Hello and welcome again to Father's Talk. I am Namun Hague and I'm coming to you on today with another interesting topic. And let me just first of all thank all those who have been supporting by listening, viewing, and just engaging, commenting, and putting out the thoughts and suggestions that you have concerning the content that we've discussed. And so I want to encourage you to continue to view and to participate. And more than anything else, I hope that the commentary and the discussions that we have come up before you and are a help. Really, that's the whole point and purpose behind this, to be a help. So these are all items that get discussed and put before people really on a daily basis. And so that's why we're bringing them up to address them and to talk about them and to discuss them. So today's topic, simple one, but it finds a lot of people, a lot of men especially, in a lot of bad places, and that's making excuses. It's time out. It's time out because the only thing that we're doing is we're putting off opportunities that actually lie before us just by coming up with various excuses as to why there's something that we're not putting into practice. Sometimes we look too hard at things, and so instead of seeing it as simply as it is, or how we can attack a matter or engage in a matter, we look at it at a very wide and broad scope. We look at the end before we look at the beginning. And sometimes that can be so significant in stopping your ability to start. So we want to find a place where we can start generating success. So if there's something that you've been putting off for long periods of time, something that you haven't gotten into, something you haven't engaged in, but it's like you just feel it. You feel it in your gut. And it's like, I need to start doing this. I need to start applying myself in this area. Let's minimize and let's start small to end big. Let's put ourselves in a position to succeed. Give ourselves every opportunity to succeed. So how is it that when it comes to something that I really want to do, something that I may even be passionate about, but it's like the excuses keep getting in the way? There's just enough things, matters in life that are creating enough reasonings within my mind as to why I can't do it, that it prevents me from doing it. So how do I overcome that? What do I need to do? What do I need to put into practice, put into place, so that I'm not scared away from what it is that I want to do, what it is that I need to do? What's going to take care of that for me? What's going to allow me to come out of that shell, come out of this place, this pattern, this holding pattern, like a plane when it's trying to land at an airport. Sometimes if the strip or the runway is not prepared, or if something else is going on, they tell them, okay, you need to go into a holding pattern. So you're just doing circles. You're just in a cycle. Things aren't changing. Things aren't getting better. There's things aren't improving. And let's open up the door and let's really take a good in-depth picture of this, of a lot of the situation facing a lot of us. The fact is that most of us, many of us, I won't even say most, but many of us are on jobs that honestly, if you gave us another option, we would take option number 2. We would move ourselves in another direction, and we would find and see ourselves not doing that thing. We would go someplace else, somewhere else, and handle things to be able to financially take care of matters for our family. It's just that right now, this job offers what? Security. It offers sufficiency enough to be able to take care of where we are right now. Now, in many cases, the job is not getting us where we want to be. So what is it that we need to do to help ourselves improve, to change our situations? Because when we start and we follow through with doing things that are creating and supporting and promoting and endorsing those opportunities, then we're opening up the door potentially to a better life for whatever it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be associated to our jobs, but that was just an example as to one of the things, or one way of looking at what runs interference. What is it that's discouraging people from taking a hold of the opportunities that are before them? People often get in this cycle, get in this rut, get into these conditions, and it seems like these pacify them so that, okay, this is just how things are. Another example. So I want to get in shape. What do I need to do? Okay, I want to go to a gym, but I don't have either the time to go to a gym, or I don't have the money to go to the gym, or just being honest and true, I don't have the discipline to go to the gym. What do I need to do to start generating success? What is it that I need to put into practice that's going to help me better myself? What is it that I can do that's going to help melt away the idea that, okay, I just found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reasons why I can't do what it is that I really desire to do. Maybe I look at myself and it's like, you know what? Don't like the way that I'm looking. I want to do something about it. So where do we begin? And again, it's about sometimes starting small. We can have a big picture, but sometimes we need to take little steps, baby steps, because we look and it's like, I got to run. I got to do, there's so much I have to start putting into place so that I can succeed at what I'm envisioning, so that I can become what I see. But sometimes if we just start small, so I want to be better versed. I want to be able to communicate more effectively. I want to expand and enlarge my vocabulary. I want to be able to spend more time. Let's just say I want to spend more time with my kids. So maybe your schedule doesn't quite allow for, hey, I'm going to dedicate a full day to my kids. That may not be where you are. That may not be what's going to best help you. Maybe it's just, okay, every day I set aside a half an hour for my kids. I don't do anything else, but that time is strictly spent before them. I put away my phone. I move away from the TV unless we're interacting together with something that's on TV. Maybe I take interest in what they're watching and we share in the experience. Maybe I sit down with them and we just play with their toys. So it's about taking steps and measures and investing with where you are, not necessarily where you're going to be. Because if it was primed and perfect, you'd already be doing it. Not only would you already be doing it, but you would be excelling at it. You would be great at it. You would have it shaped, made, and exactly the way you want it. It's just like when you learn how to cook something for the first time. The first time you do it, it may not have all the taste, all the flavor. Maybe you overcook it a little bit and you dry it out. Maybe you don't put enough seasoning in it so it doesn't have all the taste. Maybe because your inexperience is taking you into a new direction, a new avenue, new area. When you start cooking it, when you start baking it, it doesn't come out exactly right. So what do? You try again, but you learn from each and every experience. So I tried to make a burger the first time, and I found out if I got to be careful how much seasoning salt I put in it, because the first time I put too much in there. And then I didn't. Some people like to add water to theirs, or some people will actually put like tenderizer or other flavorings, like maybe soup or something of that nature, and add it to the burger, the patty, to make it moist and to give it more flavor. Some people fry their stuff in onions. So it's just a matter of finding out what's going to work best for you, because people are individuals. So exactly what works for one person may not honestly work for you, but there is a path. There are doors. There are ways to get yourself into the places that you want. ways to set up and create the things that you desire to see. So understand what's going to build, what's going to promote, what's going to put you in a direction where you can find and experience successes for yourself. Know yourself, know your habits, know your conditions. Know if you're a person of exactness, you like to have schedule, put it into your schedule. Start putting that time away. If you're a sporadic person and you do things spur of the moment, set yourself up that is something that you're going to have to come in contact with. So it's like, oh, I got the suggestion, I got the thought, I got the idea. Let me do it now. Let me go ahead and put my hands on that thing right now so I can start doing it. Give yourself the best possibility, the best opportunity, so that it's no longer just something that's going on that's just a thought in your mind. Whereas it's, oh, I've been wanting to do this for years and years and years and years and years. Oh, I want to take a trip here. Start planning it. Start looking at it. Start figuring out. I'll share something that I have had to do to help get myself goal setting. So I want to take my family at one point in time, I want to take them to the region known as the Hague over in Europe. It's there in the Netherlands. And since it shares our last name, I want them to see the place and the space where the name originated from. And what is so great or so powerful about that region of the world, and get the history and visit some of the castles and some of the other landmarks that are there within that area. So what did that mean? So I had to start looking at the cost of flights, the cost of a stay, because I would really like to stay there for a minimum of a week, but maybe at my maximum, maybe a month. Me, wife, and all the kids, all of us just sitting there. So that means knowing how much it's going to cost to get passports and visas, knowing cost of flights, cost of a stay at talking about a week to a month. So at an apartment, how much that would run to be able to rent it, transportation, food, where to go, and start building this stuff up so that it's like, well, it's too much. Who said? Why is gathering information going to make something seem like it's so far beyond you? Start seeing it so you can start believing it. Start seeing it so you can start believing in yourself, in the ability that you have to generate, to create, and to cause these things to happen for you. You're not incapable. Let me say that again. You are not incapable. There is power and ability in you. You just have to start believing and start generating habits that are going to promote the things that you want to see. So we used the example before, like I want to spend more time with my kids. That's something I want to grow our relationship. So start connecting, even in small points. So maybe one day you ask, hey, what kind of shows do you like? If you got little kids, what kind of toys do you like? Or what kind of characters do you like? What gets you excited? What is it that you see that makes you feel like, wow, that's great. I want to do that. Or I want to see that. I want to have that. Or older kids, you may be asking what, and honestly, it's not going to hurt to ask because you're trying to find out. You're trying to gather so you can get closer. It's funny because sometimes, as even taking it this far, in marriage, we're afraid to ask our mates about things because we assume we should know that we already know everything about them. And the fact of the matter is, they are an individual. We're still learning and growing to know each other better and better every single day. So we can't be afraid to ask questions. So in trying to get closer to kids, trying to make that contact, trying to open up more doors, more opportunities, more bridges, we've got to ask. I mean, ask them, so what types of social media do you spend time on? You may be surprised what kind of answer you get. What do you and your friends like to do? You guys like to go out? Or do you like to stay in? Do you connect online? Do you connect, playing video games? Play video games? What's your favorite video game? Or what genre? What types of movies do you like? Do you have a favorite actor or actress? Or singer, songwriter, entertainer, athlete? It's about pouring into what it is that you want to have become more of your life and learning, gathering, gaining that information. So, okay, we gave this example earlier. You want to start doing things to help change. Maybe it's your overall self-image. So guess what? Some of that may have to do with, okay, I want to start working out. I want to start exercising. Okay, but I may not be ready for the gym yet. Maybe the gym is my end goal. So where can I start? I can start with exercising at home. I can start by going onto YouTube and finding out exercises that are going to help me in the areas where I feel like, okay, I want to change this here. I want this to get bigger or to tighten up. I want to see stuff come off of me. So maybe I start finding ways, and again, gathering information. So sometimes that means I need to ask questions. Sometimes that means I need to go and visit different sources, whether it's books, whether it's sites online. One of the things I used to do to help me when I was my most fit was I actually read Men's Health magazines. And I didn't get a subscription. Actually, I found a friend who had older magazines that he no longer used, and I started using them. I started reading those. And from reading those, I started gaining different information to help myself so that I could do exercises at home. And gradually, as I got consistent with doing the exercises at home, I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready for a gym. I think I've got a consistent enough pattern established here at home that I could actually go to the gym. And again, it's finding those patterns, finding those outlets, or you could say those inlets, those places that are going to grant you access so that you can see yourself benefiting from what it is that you're trying to do. So as you work towards your goal, information is going to destroy the power that excuses have over you. Let me say that one more time. Information is going to be the skill set that is going to allow you to kill, to diminish, to remove yourself from the power and the authority that excuses have over you, because you're coming from a place of knowledge and understanding. And where there is knowledge and understanding, you will start finding invention and creation. And when you have that, you'll see yourself moving in different areas, different avenues. And what seemed to have you locked and bound before, now it's like, oh, I can't do this, but I can go another direction. I can move in a different light. Why? Because I understand how it works. And because I know how it works, I can figure out how it's going to best work for me so that excuses aren't always raining on my parade, because I can get energy from just seeing myself doing this thing. But then the excuses come and they'll diminish my energy and my flow. And I'm like, why? So instead of seeing the interference, instead of seeing things get in the way, now I see possibilities. Okay, I may be limited here on the left, But if I move this way, I've now found another way to do the same thing that I was looking to do. Your focus is going to be so much stronger when you pour information into yourself. That's what's going to help you push past all the excuses. Because let's be honest and let's be real. People who say they want to change something about themselves, ask them how often they research what it is they want to do. And most people, again, example. So I want to lose weight. I'm going to go on a diet. So do they look at a lot of different diets to figure out which one is actually going to be best for them? Or do they think about, okay, well, I know this friend that did Slim Fast or somebody that did Jenny Craig or I know somebody that did this diet and they said it worked for them, so I'm going to try that. But who actually puts in the legwork to go and get and pull out the information, to go and to draw from the well to see what it is that they need, where it is that they need to pull from to get the strength, the endurance. Why? Because I'm informed. And because I'm informed, I understand the building blocks that are going to lead me to success. I won't be wrapped up, caught up in unsurety. Why? Because when I don't know, that makes me cautious. And not only does it make me cautious, it makes me scared. And what you fear, you won't do. What you fear, you'll pull away from. What you fear, you'll get rid of because you don't understand it, or you'll abuse it. That's why information is so key. It's so vital. Because when you are well informed, you move differently, you walk differently. You're coming from a place of authority because you have understanding. You'll let that shape you rather than allowing the excuses, allowing the problems, allowing the situations to dictate to you, well, you can't do it because of this. This reason gets in the way and it cuts you off. So you don't have that opportunity. So I just want to implore and encourage you. Get informed. Be skilled at what it is that you want to do. And if you're starting from a place of, okay, I want to do this, but I have no idea. Again, you've got to get information. You have to be informed. Which means, hey, it may mean going online and watching videos and learning. It may mean going on YouTube and finding out information specifically related to this topic. It may mean Googling something. It may mean going on Facebook and hearing instruction in this area. Research is meant to benefit you. It's meant to make you more aware. Because again, when you have an understanding, you're equipped. Things can start working for you. And the other thing is, now you're starting to draw things to you because you're at work. When there's inactivity, there's no flow. All that is, it's almost like I'll just put it like this, like race car drivers. Most courses are what? Circles, ovals. You just go round, 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 round. And a lot of us, the reasons why we're frustrated in life is because we're still going and traveling in those circles. Nothing's changed. The way has not been altered. We want to see more opportunity, but all we see is this same cycle of going around and around and around, and now we're starting to get dizzy. The only way to break the cycle is to do something different. Isn't one of the definitions, or the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing but expecting different results? So if my day is I get up, I go to work. I come home. I'm with the kids. I'm at home. And then I go to sleep, get up, go to work, come home with the kids, with the family, go to bed, get up. If I'm in and I notice that I'm in the same cycle, everything is the same every single day, and there's no draw, there's no energy, I feel no power, no assertion concerning everything that's going on with me in life, then I need to change. I need to find myself doing something different. I need to invest in knowledge, getting and equipping myself with knowledge. So that way I can start applying myself differently. I can move things in a different direction so that I can see new opportunities. I can see some change where I want to see change. If I'm not happy about the amount of money I make, what am I doing that's helping bring in more money? If I'm not satisfied with where I live or the conditions of the neighborhood in which I live in, what am I doing to help change and channel things or funnel things in a different direction so that they don't remain the same? Am I giving myself over to knowledge, wisdom, and getting and understanding? Or am I just willing to agree with things the way that they are and stay in this, what seems to be an endless rut? Does it mean enough to me to want to see some change that I start bringing about some change within myself? That I move myself in some different directions? That I apply myself in some ways that maybe I haven't done this before, but you know what? The way things are going, I already see the end. So let me pick up and do something different so things don't keep running down the same course. So it doesn't lead me into a place of ineffectiveness, despair, and worthlessness. Because when you're doing something, your self-worth goes up. You increase your own value when you're actually at work, especially if it's something that you like, that you care for, that you're passionate about. When you feel encouraged, you feel empowered. And then you feel like, I'm getting somewhere. I'm doing something significant. I am altering the course of the direction of the ship that I've been riding on that's called life. That I'm exposing myself to all kinds of opportunities. How and why? I've gotten some knowledge. I can break the silence and the cycles that have been keeping me going in the same direction for so long just by getting some knowledge and then applying myself in that very same area. I don't have to be stuck anymore. And I can see myself with a future, with an expectation, with some hope, because I've got knowledge. I know that I can apply myself. I know that I can put my hands towards something, and that something's going to lead to better opportunities. So let's get up. Let's do something, even if it's just for a little while. Take some steps. Take some measures. Read a book. Read a magazine. Get something that's going to help you better identify with the true you, the real you. Let's get some knowledge. Let's get the gears turning up here so we don't just stay in one place and then wonder, why is life just passing me by? I want to get somewhere, but it just seems like I've not gotten anywhere, and it's been years. We have the ability and we have the right to change things. And we've got to get passionate. We've got to get some drive. We've got to get some fire behind ourselves so that when we start moving in a different direction, even when other people see, you doing that? You think you can really do that? Yes, I do. And I'm at least going to try, because just sitting here is doing nothing for me. I want to see things change. I want to see things go in a new direction. I want to have a better view and hope for life. I want to get some skill. I want to get some understanding. I want to be able to work more with these. So I can't stay where I have been for so long, because this so long has been going on too long, and I haven't found any kind of success. I haven't found any kind of drive. I haven't seen any kind of change. I don't see it benefits from the things and the way that I've been doing them for so long, that I know I need to be doing something else. Something. Even if it's just 15 minutes a day. Even if it's certain days of the week. I've got to start doing something else. I've got to find new ways to apply myself, because the way things have been, I can't keep going like this. This is getting sickening. This is old. This is stale. And that's where a lot of us have found ourselves. It's just an endless rut. And we're like, well, I gotta stop everything. Pull yourself into something or into someone that's going to help you change the course and the direction of your life. And don't make excuses. Don't make excuses. Don't settle. You can greatly change things. So start getting knowledge. Start gathering information. Start laying a hold of new patterns that are going to break down doors for you in life. And don't wait on somebody else to give you direction. Start moving. Start moving. Again, it doesn't have to be giant leaps, but it could just be simple little things. Reading 15, 20 minutes a day. You don't have to tackle a book all in one day, all in one weekend. But you can read. Here's a significant fact. You can clear a book of 150 pages in about a month's time if you just read for 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's not a huge chunk of time out of your day. You waste 15 minutes just sometimes sitting down just looking at something around your house. 15 minutes. But you can clear a book just by reading 15 to 20 minutes a day. And so now what happens? You're starting to gain an understanding. You're starting to remove or put something that's helping or to encourage where you want to go, what you want to do, what you want to see active in and before you. It's changing things. And it's starting to challenge your resolve so that you become bigger, better, faster, stronger, more apt to do. Why? Because you're finding yourself succeeding. And when we start to have success, success breeds more success. And then it's just a matter of time before it's like, I can do this. I really know that I can do this. And it's bringing about a better life, an encouraging life for me. Now I want to do more stuff. Now I want to get out and see more. I want to handle more. I want to apply more of this to me so that I can really change and start shaking things up. So no more excuses. Let's get started. Let's get some knowledge. Let's get some understanding. Let's eliminate challenges and start answering some questions. Well, that's what I've got for you on today. So I hope it was helpful, beneficial. That's my word, beneficial. and really just encouraging to you that it's in you. It's in you. I tell you right now, your makeup is to get stuff done. You got to start believing in it, start pursuing something other than the TV, the remote, and the couch. Because all that's just adding to the rut. So challenge yourself. Do something different. Do something new. Expose yourself to some new things. And here's one thing that a lot of people don't like to do now, but it helps. Reading. Reading. You can change so much just by reading. And you'll be surprised when you start reading stuff, it has a tendency to stick a lot longer than when sometimes people just say things to you. So again, I just hope these little powwows and these talks have been helpful. Yeah. And can help create drive and moving us all in the right and proper direction. Because I believe it's meant for us to succeed. I believe it's meant for us to put on strength. And that every obstacle, every challenge is meant to be overcome. So, until the second Friday, which I believe will be September the 9th, I will see you then. See you guys next time. Enjoy your weekend.